Mr. Charles knows, not Joe Roach, 812 North Greeno Road.
Right.
Mr. Charles knows, Mr. Smith knows, Mr. Moore knows, Mr. Mayor about 2 years ago. When will we get back into our North Greeno corridor thing? I mean, this has been going on several years. There's been the comments made that the zoning should have been something done when the highway was 5 lanes, and that's been how many years ago, 7, 8 years ago?
We haven't solved that problem yet.
No, sir, but we seem to just keep on. I mean, how many more years? Do I die before we do anything? Or Mr. Rayleigh, or Mrs. Rayleigh, Mr. Fred? Where do we go? Where are we going?
All I really need is a change to the comprehensive plan so we know what zoning can go in on 98.
Yeah.
Not that it's gonna be assigned or approved, but what is the menu of available zoning categories that we have in our comprehensive plan?
Well, we've been beating this bush for so long that there's not even roots under the ground anymore. I mean, I'm not, no disrespect, but
I wish I
look
could
at my
answer your
frustration.
question. I'm waiting for some action.
I mean,
from
just
our-
when can we, maybe get something going again?
Yeah,
or,
I want to do that. We need to get
we've
those
got to.
things
This is
identified.
old.
The various zoned areas that can be put on the 5 lane is what I need to know we can put.
Well, we've been talking about that for a long time. I mean, how do we get past this, to throw some fertilizer on to make this thing grow a little bit? So we can get some. I mean, what do we do?
I have to ask the judge to Mr. Good Planner here and the mayor.
Well, you've all been good, but I mean, look at my
We can get a
frustration.
change to the comprehensive plan.
But we need to look at my frustration, the other property owners' frustrations, when we're living in a low quality of life, and we keep functions to go on across the road there, especially that Celebration Church, and they get out them bands. I ain't never heard church do like that. I mean, and they disturb us and all. I mean, enough's enough. What do we do?
I wish I had a good answer.
Well, after the meeting, but anyway, I have a motion and a second to.
Yeah, I think what has
We
to
gotta do
happen
something.
is, first of all, unless you ask for your individual property to be rezoned.
Well, it's the whole group there.
No, I know, but it's not gonna be done that way. You either gotta do it that way, or the comprehensive plan has to be addressed for the whole city. And when we do the whole city, then you can take different parcels, so.
Well, they were talking about the last we talked about.
I understand what you're talking about, but.
Was they were gonna
to
do
it-
just the north, not the whole city, just the north
I
Greeno corridor,
understand
as they
that,
call
but to
it.
do that without a request and going through the proper legal work, we can't go around the laws we have in place. So there's only 2 ways it can be done. All those property owners have to submit, they want to be rezoned, or the city has to undertake redoing their comprehensive plan. Those are the only 2 ways we can rezone properties legally.
Well, how do we do this comprehensive plan? This has been talked about for quite some time.
I think that's what Jonathan was alluding
Yeah,
to.
and then,
Now we're
I
gonna start
Just
looking
kind
at
of,
it.
are we starting to look at it now, or we just keep on kind
It
of?
won't be just unique to you, it'll have to be for the whole city.
Well, see, last thing we were told, they were gonna primarily work on the North Greeno, because you already had a comp plan for the city.
We do, and it has to be part of the whole city. We can't just do
Well,
one.
it's gonna be that
section.
part.
The sooner the better for me. I'm anxious to continue with this North Corridor group.
Well, I'm just trying to
I
find out
can't
where
go
we at,
blind.
where we're at, what's going
I can't
on.
twist any more arms. There aren't any more twists.
So in other words, right now, and we're still at.
We need some action from planning and from the city.
I understand our frustration, yes, property owners.
Excuse me.
Yes.
And what the mayor said earlier is correct. The city is not prohibiting anyone in the North Greeno Road area we're not prohibiting anyone from coming to us with a plan for development. If you can get together and come up with a development that the city could look at, the city may entertain whatever ideas you may have. But the mayor's also correct in that the comprehensive plan needs to be evaluated, possibly revised, to include certain remedies, possibly, if we decide remedies are necessary for that North Greeno Road area. And as I've mentioned in the past, I know that it's been on the minds of a lot of people, especially people who own property right there in that area on North Greeno Road between 104 and Gayfer Avenue. The fact of the matter is, we need to approach it logically. We need to approach it as a city issue, not just an issue for the property owners right there in that area. So we need to make sure we're on top of it as far as our comprehensive plan goes. And of course, we will continue to work with the property owners in that area and property owners, all, in the city as we move forward with comprehensive plan updates and revisions. So at this point, all we can do is work on those things, and I believe that will commence, I guess, not start, it will commence after the first of the year. So.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get something, because right as it is now, there ain't nobody will talk to anybody along with it. Oh, no, go crawl under a rock, boy, we ain't interested in that.
Just don't give up hope, take on some
Well,
more.
I'll be honest with you, I'm about to give up hope.
Well, don't, please.
Fred Hayek, you know.
We're
he
ready
said
to
cancer.
reconvene as
My
soon as
wife
we have
said,
some more
I'm
on
sick,
marching
you know.
orders.
It just, it's in, everything, the bands and all this stuff keep going on over there. Would you like it across from your place?
No,
you
not
wouldn't.
necessarily.
I don't like it across from mine.
That's a little bit of a different issue.
Yes, sir, you got a nice subdivision. We're in a low rent place, I guess, if you wanna call it. That's the way I'm getting to where I'm feeling. It's been going on so long.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I can't be the lightning rod for
No,
all
I'm
the
just trying to find out
frustration.
where we're at and what can be done, when can we, another year, 2 years, 6
No,
years,
I
I don't
wouldn't put
know.
it on a long-term basis like that.
Just like to get some kind of idea. That's all.
No, Mr. Can't answer that here. I've got a motion and a second.
Call the question, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor, be adjourned, say aye.